Everyday objects hidden in plain sight carry stories older than time. Today we uncover the twisted origins of 10 things you might take for granted. Welcome to Darklight Archives, where even the ordinary has secrets waiting to be unearthed. Number 10. The fork. Once a symbol of evil, the fork was first introduced in Europe around the 11th century, but was branded the devil's tool by church officials. Its pronged design was seen as unnatural and sinister. It took centuries before it was widely accepted, becoming the fine dining utensil we know today. Next time you pick up a fork, remember, once it was too dangerous for the dinner table. Number 9. High heels. Today, high heels are iconic in fashion, but did you know they were originally made for Persian soldiers? These heels helped keep their feet in stirrups. The style caught on in European aristocracy, where men wore them to appear taller and more powerful. Eventually, women adopted heels as a symbol of status, and over time, they took on the glamorous role we associate with them today. Number 8. The mirror. Mirrors are an everyday object now, but they began as tools for sorcery. Ancient cultures believed reflections held part of the soul, and breaking a mirror was said to bring 7 years of bad luck. The first mirrors were polished stones, and their allure only grew stronger as glass mirrors were perfected. Every time you glance in the mirror, you're looking at centuries of superstition, power, and beauty. Number 7. The toothbrush. Dental hygiene hasn't always been this, clean. The first toothbrushes were chew sticks used by the Babylonians 5,000 years ago, but the modern bristle toothbrush, that came from 15th century China, made from hog bristles attached to a bamboo handle. The design evolved, but the idea of bristles remained, and hopefully so did the minty, fresh breath. Number 6. Sunglasses. Originally, sunglasses weren't designed to block out the sun. They were to block out the truth. In ancient Rome, emperors used polished gemstones to shield their eyes, not from the sun, but from the gaze of others. In 12th century China, darkened glasses were used by judges to conceal their expressions during trials. Modern sunglasses became popular only in the early 20th century, but their roots, they're much darker than you might imagine. Number 5. The alarm clock. Before smartphones jolted us awake, ancient Greeks relied on the water clock, a contraption that would make a sound at a designated time. Medieval monks developed candle clocks that burned for hours and then rang bells. The first mechanical alarm clock wasn't patented until 1876, but alarms have been disturbing sleep for centuries. Just goes to show we've always been cursed to rise and shine. Number 4. Umbrellas. Far from just a rain shield, the umbrella began as a tool for royalty. In ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, umbrellas were used to protect kings from the sun, symbolizing divine protection. They only became rain protectors centuries later in Europe, where early adopters were ridiculed for using them in wet weather. So, next time it rains, think of it as a privilege once reserved for gods and kings. Number 3. Toilet paper. The origins of toilet paper trace back to 6th century China. Elsewhere, people used everything from moss to wool, but China perfected the art, even making paper specifically for the emperor's household. Modern toilet paper took off in the 19th century, but its beginnings were, well, a royal affair. Now you know just how esteemed your comfort really is. Number 2. Lipstick. Lipstick may seem glamorous, but its roots are grim. The first recorded lipstick was in Mesopotamia, where crushed gemstones were applied to the lips. The Egyptians took it further, using a blend of red ochre and crushed beetles. Yes, that's right. Lipstick was once beetle juice. Over the centuries, this morbid beauty trick evolved, but its origins remain unmistakably dark and daring. Number 1, the wedding ring. And finally, the wedding ring. The circle was a symbol of eternity in ancient Egypt, symbolizing unending love. The Romans made it a symbol of ownership, a bond of power as much as affection. This ring evolved through medieval Europe to signify devotion. So, that innocent band around your finger, its story is part love, part control, and part ancient myth. Everyday objects, each with a story older than memory, carrying whispers of their past. So, the next time you reach for a fork, check your reflection, or shield yourself from the rain, remember, these things aren't as ordinary as they seem. Thank you for watching Dark Light Archives. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what other ordinary objects have extraordinary stories waiting to be told.